Greetings, greetings, greetings. My name is Iyanda Siraj, and I am the Eclectic High Priestess. I am so grateful to be sharing this space with you. Whether you are new or returning, it is my divine pleasure. If you are having any questions, if you have any questions about booking or anything like that, that information is in the description box below. Today, I am going to be checking in and getting a message for you regarding your position as a guardian of a beautifully, spiritually gifted child. Okay. So, however that resonates with you, whether you just feel like they're old soul or you feel like they have spiritual capacities, spiritual gifts that are opening. How can you support them? How can you guide them? And how is your personal path influencing them? Okay. So, honorable ancestors, angels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for allowing us the honor of parenting these wonderfully gifted children. Thank you for the tools that we need. Thank you for our own personal growth, expansion, and development and healing so that we may be present for the development of them. Okay. Thank you for the tools that we need to assist them so that they may thrive in this new reality and step into their purpose without heavy loads of karma and confusion. Ashe. So, what message do we have here, Spirit, for these guardians? A circle of children. Okay, yes, 22 here. All right. Okay, I just heard that this child is meant to lead a group. Yeah, with the all magical magician, all powerful magician. I'm sorry. This child, 222, okay, is meant to be a leader of a child group, a group of children, okay? This child has the ability to affect the other children around them, okay? To help bring understanding, to bring a different perspective, okay? So I do feel like this child could be in their older years, maybe teenage years at this point. But I do feel as if this child is also very, very powerful. Okay, this child is equipped with experience. Okay, I'm also hearing cultured. Okay, you may have put a lot of influence on diversity in raising this child. Okay, if that's not something that you feel like you've given a lot of attention to, now would be a good time to start. Okay, ushering them into new different experiences, different groups of people, so that they have the ability to relate. Okay. Look here. Look how this cord, this golden strand, is going and weaving all around, and this child is the one that's knotting it and creating something with it. I do feel like this child is a child that magnetizes other children to them who need whatever they might need, who need support, encouragement. This child may also be a protector of children, okay? Protector of other children, all right? So this would be the child who stands up when someone's being bullied, or who other children feel comfortable telling their secrets to. Okay, so that attention can be brought to them, so that change can be made in the situations. Okay, so we have the all powerful magician. I do feel as if this child is definitely from the stars. Okay, this is definitely a child that is seated here to help raise the vibration, to be a leader amongst their age group, amongst their generation. All right, let's read the circle. I think I want to read both of these, so we are going to read both of them. Let's see. Number 22 first. Children standing hand in hand across the seas and over land learn that peace is the way to live, with all the joy that peace can give. What we dislike having done to us, we should not do to others. When someone annoys us and we need to push him away, we should stop and consider how we would feel if we were in his shoes. Okay, so yeah, this child also is a mirror and brings a sense of 444 there, brings a sense of justice to situations. So when I say that this child is a mirror, this child has had experiences and they know what certain things feel like. Even if this is just from watching movies or just interacting with their own cousins and things like that, this child understands certain emotions and certain things. This could also be an intuitive understanding, okay? But this child has has solutions for helping people to relate, okay? This child almost like a bridge. This child is a bridge of sorts, okay? Let's look and see what the all powerful magician has. I feel like this child also, just before I read it, has the gift of multiple clairs. Okay, so this child could be clairvoyant, clairsentient. They could be claircognizant. They could be clairaudient. So there's a whole lot of clairs, but they six, they may have six right now that are activated, that are currently working for them, and they have more unlocking, okay, because this magician is actually in movement, so more could be opening at this time. The magician waves his hand, changing all from here and beyond with the magic power to renew. Anything we want, the magician can do. And when we hold those powers, we wave a wand and all is ours. So this child is also a master manifester. This child can manifest very easily and very quickly, okay? Not just for themselves, but for the people around them. This child can initiate change very quickly in their environment, okay? Um, I'm picking up that because they are so tuned in, or because their senses are activated in a way, they know exactly what is needed. They know the exact thing to add to the recipe. Okay. I'm also hearing too that this child knows how to substitute things. Okay. How to substitute things, and so whatever that means for you. You will know what I'm talking about. This child knows how to yeah. hmm How to substitute things. Okay. It says, often we give up too easily. We say we can do without. We didn't know. We couldn't, or it's impossible. This card says, try again. Anything's possible. You're the magician. Yes. This child is also a source of motivation and inspiration to other children around them. They have a natural knack for a lot of things in general. And so people look to them like, oh my gosh, how did you learn to do that? And they're like, well, I didn't really learn to do it. I just can do it. Right. I just tried it, and it worked, and I could do it. So this child is talented in the way that they do pick up things very easily. They could learn things pretty easily. That's like that allows it. I mean, that's one avenue that they're able to relate to so many different types of people, because they're not afraid of trying new things. Okay. This child is also not afraid of failing or looking silly, okay, which is a normal trait for children. But in general, I said that this seems like an older child that's in their teens. And so I do feel like if you feel like you need to help them with something, that would be the thing to help them with, being confident and being able to take risks and try new things. I'm also hearing like a sense of embarrassment. So if this child has developed that feeling of like, oh, I don't want to be embarrassed, then you could help them by allowing yourself to be embarrassed by trying something new. And you guys could do this together. Okay. I just heard failing forward. Okay. So the lesson, that any failure is actually a lesson. It's an opportunity to see creatively, or find a creative solution for something. Okay. Failing, okay, I'm hearing failing is also the opportunity to review like your abilities. So, like, if you fail at something, you can say, oh, I can't do that. Or you can say, what could have I done differently that would have yielded a different result? Okay. So it's not that you can't do it, it's like maybe you need another way to do it. Okay. That's a valuable lesson for this child. This child definitely is from the stars. Look at this. I said that already, but look at this hand. I don't know, but that hand position is something for me. Okay. That came up in the ancestral reading that I did today as well. So this child is definitely from the stars. Okay. And is a star. Look at that, and makes stars, okay, activates stars. So this child not only is a master manifester, but is an activator, okay? This child is an activator. Look at all these little stars. I feel like these stars, they have little tails on them. These tails, these stars are actually just floating around. They're looking for a home or for a being to embody, okay? Or to walk into. Yeah, okay. Just make sure I said that right. But this, yeah, so this child that you have is an activator, is an inspirator. Oh, is a source of inspiration. Okay. Again, I want to point out that the numbers 222 are here. So there is a harmonizing energy that this child brings to the table. Okay. This child is a harmonizer. Yes, this child has the gift of giving people the confidence, or helping people find the confidence to this child would help someone identify their star quality. Okay, that would be what this child is good at. Highlighting for someone, man, you're really good at this. And then, that child has an aha moment like, man, I really am good at that. And I always have been. And then that child can take that thing more seriously. Okay. So this child definitely feels like they would be one that gives a lot of compliments. They know how to make a person feel good. They know how to motivate someone. Okay. So, angels, ancestors, what else do you want to add to this? Holy Spirit, what else do you want to add to this message? I'm hearing too, if your child is a loner of sorts, it would be beneficial for you to get this child around some others. They're just into some groups, whatever it might be, something that this child finds obviously interesting and inspirational. But you might want to surround them or get them some people that they can exchange energy with. Okay. Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Earth here. Rest to increase your strength. Okay. Three of Earth, message from the Great Oak. I just heard tree hugger. So this child can also talk to nature. This child also has a deep connection with nature. They could literally be a tree hugger. Also hearing that this child could use earth, trees, plants to release negative energy, or to bring positive healing energy. Okay, so this child may have an affinity for plants. Okay, it's like if your child always goes outside, when they go outside, they always come back with flowers. So that would be significant for you in this situation. This child is called to do those types of things. It's not as simple as it is. Okay. All right, so many cards came out, and so I'm going to give all of them for us. We have Dharma showing up, your place in the world. Okay, so again, this child is definitely. Remember, I said this child can help other children identify those star qualities that they have. That's because you're doing such a good job in helping this child know their star qualities. Okay, what this does is. Allows a child to be who they are without the need for competition, without the need for validation. And when they don't need those things, just like us adults, when they don't need those things, they can focus on what their place is. They can fulfill their purpose because they're not stuck in those traps of needing to be a certain thing because they already know what they are. They don't need anybody to like them, or it doesn't cause any concern when people don't like them because you've helped them cultivate this sense of self. Okay. We also have the Page of Fire. Do not deny your spark. Again, that message of you are definitely not letting this child believe that they don't have power. Okay, so give it. One thing that I'm hearing too that could be beneficial for this child is give this child responsibilities. Give this child responsibilities. That way that they can cultivate that sense of just I won't even say responsibility, but like they know that they can accomplish these things. They know that they can handle certain loads. They know that they can be committed to a certain thing. Okay. So place in the world. I am picking up on Port of Fortune and North Node. So it would be beneficial for you as the parent of this child and for this child as well to kind of look into their birth chart, into their synastry. And I mean, even if you're not a birth chart person, if you are more like personality typing or any of these other modalities that we can look at ourselves with, it would be beneficial to look at what um, what things are highlighted for this child. And when I say that, North Node is the tie for astrology. That's what their divine purpose or the path that they are meant to walk. Okay. And by knowing this, you know which things to focus on, which qualities are most important to cultivate. Okay. But one thing that's for sure is that they have a purpose in childhood, that theirs is not supposed to wait until they're adults, okay? That they definitely have a purpose that is being fulfilled now at the age that they are currently, okay? And so what I'm hearing is don't make them hold back. Don't try not to repress this energy in them, okay? They have a star quality, like let that star quality shine. With the Ace of Earth, okay, this is also again that of giving them the proper acknowledgement for their contributions. Okay, all right, rewarding them for good behavior, for things that you would like to be rewarded for. Okay, just think about that like that. Also this card that came out. Now this deck is meant for children to read tarot for themselves. So there's this ethics and responsibility card here, right? And on this card, it says, never accept money or gifts for doing a reading. Never use your cards on others unless it's for entertainment purposes only. Never say that something negative or bad will happen. And remember, you can change what could happen because it hasn't happened yet. Okay. So there's something about guidelines about how they use their gifts. Okay. You want to teach them some moral guidelines about when they should interject, or when it's not useful for them to put their input into a situation. Now this is a balance thing, so it's going to be different all the way around, but I do feel like there is a need for you to equip them with a knowledge. And I'm saying that you can't just tell them not to do it. Okay, Spirit is saying you can't just tell them not to do these things. You should tell them how this plays out. So like, for instance, if you interject here, Sammy, if you interject here before this person gets to see the outcome, then you don't let them learn that lesson. Okay. So then you stop them from being able to gain that experience that they needed to gain. On the other hand, if you let them gain the experience and then you come through to offer them insight about how that could have played differently, or just helping them heal after the insight or after the experience, that's a more beneficial way. So this child is going to need some kind of guidance when it comes to that. I'm picking up energy about Syrians and the Zeta Reticuli. Both had to learn similar lessons about helping humans, okay, when it was beneficial and when it was just going to cause more harm than good. Okay, so that's a valuable lesson for this child. Okay, I'm also picking up too, if you are a foster parent, if you are a parent, if your family is multicultural, if it's a blended family, this is also a great practice environment for this specific child. Okay, it's a great practice environment. Not that their siblings are pawns or anything, but if you see them interacting with the siblings or with the children that are most close to them in this way, then allow it, like encourage them to take on that role if you see it. Okay. Don't force them to be parentalized and take care of the kids, but okay, I'm hearing that that's also very important. Okay. It's also very important that what I just said, be careful not to parentalize this child too soon, because then their gifts will be kind of blocked. Okay. Because they'll have adult concerns. Okay. All right. So let's see what the moon deck wants to add to this message for this child. I'm also hearing that because this is a child is in teen age, they could be they could be moving into a lot of lessons about romance and love in general. So just be aware of that and make sure that, you know, you're kind of giving them the proper tools that they need to navigate those waters. We have the waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum, a time for healing. Communication is key. Yeah, so I do feel like there's going to be a big exchange of information over the next like 6 months, or even like um between now and like in the next 6 years. They'll be developing very, very rapidly, okay, their healing abilities. I also feel too that they'll be learning the power of speech, the power of their own words. Remember, they're a motivator, they're an encourager, they bring inspiration, they help people to find their own spark. This is already growing substantially in this child, but just as sure, because I feel like for this child spends a lot of time by themselves right now. So when they are put into the proper environment, this is really gonna happen really fast for them. It's gonna grow really quickly. They're gonna finally know their place in the world, and they're gonna feel comfortable there. I don't know, but there's something about these two symbols. I know they're not the same symbol, but there's just a significance here about the symbols. Okay. Also hearing that protection amulets, something simple like a necklace or a mojo bag that they can put in their backpack when they're going to school, or a special pin or a special button, just anything that you guys can make special for them as a protection amulet, or something that they can look to remember their own personal power. Okay. All right. I think that's everything. Okay. Also, actually, I'm hearing that create an environment for this child where they don't feel like they have to turn off a certain personality or a certain part of their being. Okay. Make sure that you're cultivating a space for this child where they feel like they can be themselves at home and at school, in any environment they feel like they can be themselves. Okay. At the same time, they acknowledge what's useful in different circumstances and situations. All right. All right, that's everything. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. If you feel like the reading resonated and you like the messages, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you feel like you want to, and subscribe to the channel so that we can continue growing and getting these messages out to the collective. Okay. All right, peace.